Good afternoon, this is Bob Iaccino coming to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago. Talking currencies, talk about the Mexican peso, put in a low today on the future side of 52.84, going up as high as 53.58, settling right around 53.09, so right smack in the middle, up about 80 basis points or more than 0.75%, but we did get a 1.15% jump in the Mexican peso prior to President Trump and current Mexican President Enrique Peña announcing that they'd come to a trade agreement. So remember, a trade agreement is not a trade deal. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done to get this in the form of a deal that the two presidents can sign. And remember, we've got a president in waiting in Mexico, President López Obrador, who is the president-elect, just waiting, and he was involved apparently in the negotiations of this particular agreement. But President Peña is looking to sign this before September, and the timeline may not work out. Congress itself here in the U.S. has 90 days to take this up and look at it and possibly even sign it into law. They're not likely to do that, but you get the Trade Promotion Authority that Congress has, which can fast track it into a form that President Trump can sign, and then Enrique Peña would actually be able to do it. So there's a lot of work to be done, and that's part of the reason that the rally stalled in the Mexican peso. The peso fell back briefly after the trade agreement was announced. A lot of it had to do during this press conference where President Enrique Peña kept repeating that he wanted Canada to be a part of the deal, and President Trump saying, well, I'm going to tear up NAFTA. This is basically going to be the U.S.-Mexico trade agreement, and we'll talk to Canada separately. Again, there's a little bit of a dispute there as to what form it's going to take and what the end game is, whether it's a trilateral agreement or bilateral agreement. But at the end of the day, the agreement took precedent. The Mexican peso held portions of that rally, again, up 80 basis points. And then the dollar weakening against all the majors. So the dollar index continued its recent weakness, down 6 of the last sessions now, below 95 on that index again. And that obviously lends support to all the currencies, including the Mexican peso. But the big news of the day was the agreement in principle for a deal, the big part of it being the auto section of the deal between the U.S. and Mexico, that drove the Mexican peso higher. This is Bob Iaccino talking FX, specifically Mexican peso, from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago.